everybody, it's Vanessa here and welcome to my dyslexic life. Today I want to talk about how we can so easily get lost in our thoughts and lost in the emotion of our thoughts as well. Today I was working with a beautiful client and it was a real reminder of just how strong our visual mind is and what it's like when we picture all of these scenarios and we picture things that may be way in the future, but we picture them and experience the emotion in the present. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is this client had to get an assignment started. All right, so she's at the very beginning of the process. And the first step in the process is to contact her supervisor. But what happened is my client went off into this complete whirl of overthinking and imagining what is it going to be like? How am I going to get clients? What happens if I make a mistake and the clients don't like me? How am I going to even remember everything that I need to do? What happens if I make a mistake? Now, the training process is about 18 months. So she's kind of had gone forward and imagined all these scenarios. But that's what we do, right? We imagine these different scenarios. And then, of course, our emotions react to them. So she had, I'm just going to have to swap hands because my hand's getting sore. So she'd imagined all of these different outcomes. None of them were particularly good outcomes. She'd, a lot of them were thinking about things that had gone wrong. And she can imagine that in such detail that she then feels all of that emotion. She feels the emotion of failure. She feels the emotion of stress. And what that meant is it stopped her sending the email to the supervisor. And, I was talking to her about how easily we can get lost in our thoughts. This is part of dyslexia. We picture things in our mind and we picture it with such clarity and in such detail that we then feel the emotion now. So, someone who's not dyslexic, yes, they might worry about things. How is it going to happen? Am I going to do okay? Am I going to pass all the exams? But they are then able to to switch that bit off and say to themselves, yeah, but that's in the future. And right now, this is the first step I need to take. And that's the difference. A dyslexic finds it really hard to come back from that. And she described it as being lost in her thoughts and getting completely stressed by her thoughts as well. So, this is something that we look at in our Confident Dyslexic program. So we've got a name for it and we call it the Visual Emotional Vortex because it is like a vortex. You get sucked into it, right? But it was just a really good reminder as well about how powerful our dyslexic minds are and how sometimes we might be reacting to a situation or even a person with emotions that have actually come from what we've been imagining. So, she'd got herself so worked up that she didn't even want to send this email. She was so stressed about it. And it was only when we started looking at it and looked at what was causing that stress that she realized she'd had all of these thoughts and was off thinking about things in the future. So yeah, it's just a really good reminder of how much dyslexia affects our emotions and our stress. As you know, I'm passionate about talking about adult dyslexia. And this is really one of the sides that people just don't talk about, is that our stress level and our emotions are affected by our dyslexia. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good day, and I'd love to know if this resonates with you. If this happens, let me know. And if you want to find out more about the Visual Emotional Vortex, we can put a link in the chat below. See you later.